Just thinking about emotions this morning before I go into work. Emotions are real. You are human. You're going to feel things. You're going to be happy sometimes. You're going to be sad sometimes. You're going to be angry. You're going to be mad. You're going to be in grief sometimes. Sometimes you're going to be overly happily joyous. Throughout one day, sometimes we can go through so many different emotions. It's not just, one thing, unless you want it to be, of course. But one thing that I had to realize, and that I said to somebody a long time ago, maybe a year or two ago, a doctor friend of mine, he and I were talking, and he was saying about his divorce and how it was affecting his life and how sad he was or whatever. At times, he has his good days and bad days. He said, but he can't shake it. And I said, well, emotions are to be visited, not to be lived in. And he said, what? Say that again? Because I said it before I even knew what I said. Of course, I wouldn't be saying it. I was just a mouthpiece. So, yeah, emotions are supposed to be visited, not lived in. So, though you feel these emotions, you go through your anger, your grief, your heartbreak, whatever it may be, you can't live there. You can't stay there too long. There is nothing there. There is no life there. It's so much easier. I know you may feel like, I have a right to be here. I feel like this is what I need to do. No. God says to look up and live. God says the joy of the Lord is your strength. God says that we should be thinking on the good things that are happening, Philippians 4:8. We should not be thinking about all the negative stuff. So if we're living in a point of despair and of sadness and of grief and of anger and of unforgiveness, if we're living in that state, then we're not living as God has told us to live. So we need to let that go so that we can live as God wants us to live. In peace and victory and an overcoming mindset. But just thinking about that. Emotions, visit, but they should never be allowed to live there. Take your life back.